Good afternoon and welcome to our update on the progress of the industry-driven project to reimagine National Product Catalogue for Healthcare. This is an important project that was designed to gather industry experience and issues with the collection and communication of important product data and identify what needs to occur to enable that data to create better outcomes for all the stakeholders involved. We will provide contact details at the end of this webinar in case this content prompts any questions or clarifications for you. My name is Andrew Brown.
My name's Nigel Fuller.
We are from GS1 and we will be your hosts today.
Before we continue with the presentation, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we meet and work today, and any First Nations people that may be participating in this meeting. Specifically, we would like to acknowledge the people of Kulin and Eora Nations, where GS1 offices are located, and pay our respects to the elders past and present. We recognise and celebrate the diversity of First Nations people, their ongoing cultures and connection to the land and waters across Australia.
Interoperability is a big word. It's more than just a descriptor for data you can trust. Interoperability describes an attribute of certain data that is very important for everyone in the healthcare environment. Data that is interoperable means the same thing to all stakeholders who receive that data at each point in the supply chain. How do we achieve that state, given that each stakeholder might have different ERP or other systems that capture that information and communicate it? Well, interoperability is underpinned by unique identifiers that use a common standard to describe the attributes of the item being exchanged, and it relies on the authentic exchange of that data. It's an important part of our job at GS1 to ensure some of the important data standards remain relevant to the healthcare industry. However, we can't do that alone, and interaction with industry experts and the ADHA helps ensure that the standards that underpin the digital health journey remain relevant. The National Product Catalogue NPC is an important plank of the journey in the ADHA plan to support secure, efficient, quality care through a connected healthcare system that conveniently and seamlessly shares high-quality data with the right people at the right time and helps to achieve interoperability for the healthcare sector. NPC is a data pool that facilitates the ability to store and share accurate, complete, and up-to-date healthcare product data between suppliers and healthcare delivery organisations, including hospitals, pharmacy, and aged care. Access to authentic and reliable item data is critical for efficient procurement, stock management, invoicing, reimbursement, traceability, and patient safety within healthcare settings. As you can see on this diagram, suppliers are able to load their data into the National Product Catalogue once and share it with multiple hospital groups or distributors. The supplier will load any items not already on the NPC and publish all requested items to that trading partner. The supplier will then go through this process each time a new recipient asks for their data. Recipients, including healthcare providers, only receive data that is published directly to them. They cannot see data for publishers that have not published to them. They cannot see products that are not published in an existing catalogue. To receive the data, recipients can either create a machine-to-machine connection or ingest the data directly into their chosen system. Alternatively, recipients can log in and download manually when the data is required.
The National Product Catalogue has continued to develop and evolve over the years through the guidance of the Healthcare NPC Advisory Group, which is made up of industry stakeholders who meet 2 to 3 times each year. In August 2021, as part of a major review, GS1 facilitated 2 virtual workshops, one for recipients and one for publishers, and encouraged those participants to provide open and honest feedback to help us understand the challenges faced by NPC users, to identify areas of ongoing improvement, and to ensure there is a solid foundation for collaboration within the NPC community. The workshops were a resounding success, and we received a lot of incredibly valuable feedback from the participants. There were several opportunities for improvement that stood out, and these resulted in the creation of 5 sub-working groups tasked with creating solutions that meet the local healthcare industry needs. Today, we'll be providing you with an overview of the solutions which have now been developed and rolled out. One group was tasked to consider how the data held within the NPC could better be used in the tendering process. The solution was to create a downloadable Excel template with a defined set of data that is based on the matched information fields from a number of simple tender documents that were provided by the group. A product sponsor can download items from their NPC catalog and use this data to partially fill a tender document before completing and providing this to the tendering organization. Alternatively, the tendering organization can use the tool to help pre-populate a tender document and share this with the organization to assist in speeding up the process. Another scenario was considered where product sponsors are sometimes unable to source all of the required data when initially bringing a new product to market. In these circumstances, the only two options were to either not publish the item or to provide inaccurate or made-up data and then come back to correct it later, hoping it was not noticed. We have created a solution where sponsors can enter the data they have on hand and return it to update the product record when they have the remaining information available. A part of this solution is where these items are flagged or highlighted in the NPC as interim items, which creates visibility of the fact that not all data is present at this time. This also allows GS1 to notify the publishers after a certain period of time that they should complete the record. Concern was also raised about the potential of mismatched or missing information on items being sold via a distributor, caused partly by the lack of clarity on who was responsible to do so. As a first step, the subgroup agreed that the product sponsor should be responsible for maintaining and sharing the majority of the information. The distributor model was developed whereby the sponsor would create and share the item record, including supply chain, item, and regulatory information. The distributor can then create a smaller record containing the remainder of the information, such as pricing, quantities, and other trading partner-specific information. This record would be flagged as a distributor item, making it clear only a subset of information would be contained.
How data is used in the healthcare setting is as important as ensuring that data is authentic and interoperable. One key request from the workshops was that a wider array of products need to be available for healthcare provider recipients to access item data only, particularly when creating tenders or searching for substitute products. The solution that was agreed on was to enable suppliers to publish only item data to one point, the healthcare item data lake, which could then be picked up by healthcare provider recipients, regardless of whether those items are already on contract or have been published specifically to them by the NPC. We will expect this will create an environment where it is easier for suppliers to gain visibility for existing or future customers on the products not directly published to healthcare provider recipient catalogs. The healthcare item data lake builds upon the very solid foundations for the existing NPC solution, inheriting the standardized structure and rules that maximize its accuracy and completeness.
Some of the key attributes of the data lake are that it creates a single point to access the most complete record of all healthcare products that is not limited by contracts or existing trading relationships. The sourcing of available products is made simple within a searchable data lake, enabling you to find all products that meet your criteria across more suppliers. There is no limit on the number of data requests that can be made or the number of endpoints. This is important as it allows organizations that may have multiple teams and/or systems with different data needs to have their own point of access to get the specific information they require. The data is accessible using application program interfaces or APIs, allowing for flexible, scalable search criteria to be used dynamically. Data content can then be delivered to other internal systems such as UI, MS Excel, or directly to your database or databases. Also, by allowing product data to be accessed dynamically, product information can be easily retrieved using a simple lookup keys. For example, a product could be scanned in a theatre or pharmacy and return product data needed to set up an internal catalogue. As with all data within the NPC, the data in the healthcare item data lake is still managed by the supplier or product sponsor and is not crowdsourced. There are a number of organizations that are able to access the data lake, subject to GS1's approval. These are organisations that are existing registered healthcare recipients on the National Product Catalogue, child organisations linked to that recipient, or new organisations that have not previously been NPC recipients but want to join the community now because of more flexible and dynamic data access. An important point to make clear is the healthcare item data lake will not replace, but rather sits next to the NPC, as it still has an important part to play, such as for sharing private data like pricing or other trading partner-specific data.
So what next? If you're a supplier that is already publishing to NPC, or one that is not needed to do this yet, you can maximize the visibility of all your products by publishing to the Healthcare Item Data Lake ASAP. If you're a healthcare provider or recipient of healthcare products that will be able to use item data, contact the healthcare team at GS1 to find out if you are eligible to access a feed from the Healthcare Item Data Lake. We will share the link in this slide and contact details for all the attendees. Thanks for taking time to attend this session. We will make a recording available on the GS1 website. We will share the details of how to find out more information or be part of the program. Watch this space for more relevant content about how to improve your digital health journey and how GS1 might be able to support. Thank you.